Hey guys, welcome to a video. In today's video, we're looking at tier list for Dragonflight Season 2 dungeons. So we're going to be pulling from all of them S tier to D tier. What were the best dungeons for the season for Mythic Plus? How was they in Mythic Plus? You know, if they were crap, if they were good, and things like that. So we'll be going through them. Okay, so I think the first one we'll go for Freehold. Freehold was a really good dungeon. I enjoyed the freaking fight. The first pull of Freehold was very, very fun. I enjoyed that. The aesthetic of the dungeon was really cool with the pirates and everything. I enjoyed doing it. It was my first time actually playing Freehold. Definitely without a shadow. With the bosses for Freehold, I mean, where is it? Dungeons. Let's go. Where are we? Battle for Azeroth, Freehold. So the dungeons were Skycap. Skycap was pretty easy. The mechanics for him was wasn't too bad. Council Captain, he wasn't too bad either. The Ring Buoy, he was. I mean, I enjoyed doing him. The sharks were a bit annoying, but all in all, trying to catch the pig and everything with him was pretty cool, I guess. And then the last boss was easy. I think all in all, the packs weren't too bad. The first pull was probably the best with Freehold, but I would have to say Freehold was definitely my favorite dungeon, without a shadow of a doubt, for Dragonflight Season 2. So I'm going to put this S tier because I thought it was a really good dungeon. The bosses were really fun, the pulls were good, and it was kind of free. You know, it was a good dungeon. I enjoyed it. Okay, next one we're going to go for Brackenhide Hollow. Now, Brackenhide Hollow was a fun dungeon for me. I did enjoy it. You did have to have a caster with a poison to spell on, so make sure you get them poisons off you. The bosses weren't too bad. The pulls were good. You could get some really big pulls and good damage on them. What bosses were annoying? The first boss was annoying. I believe. What boss was that one? The first boss that was annoying was. Which one was it? Dragonflight, Brackenhide Hollow. Yeah, Hat Claw with the boss. Yeah, that was a really good healer check. It wasn't too bad, but if the healer was good, it was pretty easy boss. The Tree Mouth one was good. I enjoyed that boss. It was a pretty easy boss. I think I never actually died to that boss. But all in all, that boss was good. The gunshot one was pretty cool. Like that one. But yeah, the last boss was an annoying boss with the totems and stuff. But once you got around that and the group actually worked together to get rid of the totems straight away, it was pretty decent. I didn't mind Brackenhide Hollow either. It was a decent dungeon. I thought they did well with it. And yeah, it was good. I didn't think it was great. I thought it was good. So I'm gonna put it a B tier, definitely. Okay, so the next one I think will be Netharian's Lair. Now, Netharian's Lair aesthetically is really, really cool. I like the water slide as well. But everybody, you can actually skip the water slide by going down 4 seconds before the actual dungeon starts. Everybody, timer on 4 seconds, dive down it, and then you skip pretty much the slide. You could skip a couple of seconds, but it would help. The mobs in there was pretty good. I didn't like the affects, the actual affects in that fucking dungeon where the rocks just came down here and you had literally a second to move, so you had to get an add-on for that specific affix in that dungeon, which was pretty freaking annoying. But apart from that, the dungeon wasn't too bad for me. I enjoyed playing it. It was a very short dungeon. Where is it? Legion. Where is it? Netharian's Lair. Is it here? Where is it? Assault, Call of Stars, the more. Netharian's Lair. Here we go. Rockmore. Yeah, that was a pretty easy fight as long as the tank knew what we were doing. The Ulrog. He wasn't too bad either. I liked it how you kept him. It was like a bit of a cup thing where it kept him swapping around. You had to keep an eye. He was very fast though. You had to be very good to fucking keep an eye on him. I'm sure there was probably an add-on for him as well. But yeah, I enjoyed that mechanic. That was a really good mechanic where he disappeared and you have to try and find him. And Naxxramas was a pain in the arse boss. If the tank knew what he was doing, it makes it easier. But yeah, that boss was really annoying. Dark Rule, that boss was fun. Where you had to hide behind walls, but sometimes it was glitchy even though you had behind the walls. But it was a really fun boss. I enjoyed playing it. But all in all, it was a very short, sweet dungeon. I actually thoroughly enjoyed playing Nefarian's Lair. So I'm going to give that another B tier. It was good, but there were some bits and bobs I did not like about it. Next one, Vortex Pinnacle. At first I hated it, and then I loved it. I thought it was a brilliant fucking dungeon. It was just one straight fucking run through the whole dungeon. I enjoyed every single bit of it. Really fucking fun. Things in there there wasn't any big pulls. No, there wasn't any big pulls, so that's the only thing I could say about negative about it, really. Apart from that, I mean, the bosses, where is it? Vortex Pinnacle. The Grand, yeah, he was easy. I enjoyed doing that boss. The one that I didn't like was Alteris at the start of Vortex Pinnacle. When I first started playing, I was like, what the hell do I do here? Like having to face backwards towards the wind and things like that. But after that, it was pretty easy. And then obviously the last boss was just really easy. All in all, the bosses' mechanics were really easy when you got used to them. I enjoyed Vortex Pinnacle a lot, and it was really good, and I enjoyed playing it. So I'm going to give Vortex Pinnacle an A tier. A, definitely. I should have it down. Halls of Infusion. Where do I start? Such a horrible dungeon. No big pulls. The mechanics were horrible for each boss. There was a mini boss before the last boss, which always knocked you off, and then you had to start from the beginning, which was pretty annoying. The dragons were annoying for the tank. When you were going to the third, second to last boss was annoying. Them, oh, they were horrible. Them things, and the frogs were annoying as well. Like the mini creatures, I feel like that was just not fun. The bosses, I mean, aesthetically it looked great, but I feel like, oh man, it wasn't a nice experience. Halls of Infusion, where are you? Halls of Infusion. So, the first boss was okay. I mean, the abilities were a bit annoying, but it was a kind of walk in the park for him, really. The gulping Goliath, he was okay, but the frogs were freaking annoying. We have to kite them. It's a lot. And then the Hailstorm. I felt that was really good. I enjoyed that. Her mechanics, hiding behind an ice block, and then try and find the one that's not cracked so you didn't take as much damage. I felt that was really, really fucking cool. I actually enjoyed this boss. This is the boss I enjoyed the most, probably in the whole dungeon. And then obviously coming to the last boss, if you got to him, was pretty easy. The last boss was probably the easiest boss. These two were probably the annoying one at the beginning, but once you got to these two, it wasn't too bad. So, but all in all, I felt like the dungeon could have been a lot more better. I didn't really enjoy it as much as what I did everybody else. I was trying to avoid it as much as possible, but I'm going to give a C. Next, Notharis. Oh, I didn't like the aesthetic of it. It didn't look like a nice dungeon. It wasn't a nice dungeon. To me, I feel like it could have looked a lot more better than what it is. I know it was in that area, and it is what it is. Notharis, where are you? The mobs, you could get some big pulls on Notharis, to be fair, and that's why the only thing I enjoyed about it, you can get some big pulls. The first boss, Magma Tusk, was fun. I enjoyed that. It wasn't too hard of a fight. It wasn't too bad at all. The one with the spears, and when you had to get out of them and let him run through the spears, that was an annoying one. I didn't really enjoy that one. At first I was like, oh, what the hell do I do? And then when you got used to it, it was okay. The Forge Master, I didn't mind the Forge Master. Forge Master's mechanics were pretty easy. Dodge the things when he puts them on the floor, spread out, just do damage to him. He wasn't too bad. And then the Warlord, that mechanic where you have to pick up the gold and then everybody used the mechanic so he gets rid of his shield. It wasn't bad, but it was very confusing what to do at first. But when you got into it, it wasn't too bad. But I feel like Nefarius could have done a lot more better. It could have done, it could have been a lot more better than what it were. But I'm gonna give Nefarius I didn't enjoy it as much as what I did Dragonhide Hollow or anything else. But I'm gonna give it a C tier. Alderman. It was too long. it was way too long, Alderman. I did not enjoy it. It was way too long. I feel like having 5 bosses. It was very, very tight with the timer, especially. Yeah, especially with the 5 bosses, it was very, very tight. I didn't really enjoy it as much as what I should, or what I thought I was going to enjoy it. Can we find Alderman on here? Is he on here? Yeah, Alderman Legacy here. Yeah. So the Lost Dwarfs, they wasn't too bad. I enjoyed playing that one. That was a cool one. That was really, really unique. The Bromarsh, I thought it was okay. I didn't mind doing that. It was a very AoE battle because obviously kept on summoning his fucking pets. But all in all, it wasn't too bad. The Sentinel one, that wasn't too bad. His abilities, what was his abilities now? Destroying orb, yeah, to put the orbs down on the floor, crushing stomp, everything. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. This one, the Emberon, was very unique. I really enjoyed doing this. Obviously, when he went in the center and he energized what he was doing, that beam was going all the way around, and you had to kill the mini mobs going around to make him come out. I feel like that was a really good mechanic. I really enjoyed that. I think they did really well with that mechanic. It was very unique, and I really enjoyed playing that. Chrono was good. I enjoyed fighting Chrono. Chrono was good, and then when you got to the end, the room was full with the fucking puddles. I thought that was really fucking cool. It was just too long. I feel like if they got rid of the Sentinel and just made it Lost Dwarves, Brushmarsh, and Umbra and the Chrono, I thought that would have been fine. I just feel like Alderman was way too long for what it was. They should have just made it a bit more shorter, and it was really tight with the timer. Really tight. There was no skips or anything you could do. So for that, I'm gonna give it it's between C and D, really, because it was just too long. I'm gonna give it a D. It was just way too long. It shouldn't have been that long. Really, it shouldn't. It was the worst one, I thought. I didn't do too well on it. I didn't enjoy playing it. Okay, last one. Under fuck's sake. Okay, aesthetically, I love the look of it. And I know a lot of people say it was a free, but sometimes it wasn't. That second boss killed me so much. It was ridiculous because of the fucking... Oh, the ads were horrible in Underworld. I have to admit, the ads were horrible in Underworld. I did not like them. The larvae, the maggots, whatever they were. Oh, they were horrible, bro. Yeah, I didn't enjoy the ads in that boss at all. The mechanics for the bosses were... The first boss was easy. The second and the last boss... the second and then the last boss and actually the third were pretty difficult. You know, on higher keys, they were pretty difficult. There was a lot going off. And then dungeons. Where is it? So, what was it? BFA? Yeah, BFA. Battlefront off. There we go. So yeah, the Elder Lecture was pretty easy. I enjoyed doing that one. The Krogmaw. The Krogmaw was probably the hardest boss in there. Pretty freaking annoying with if you didn't have him in the corner. It kept him running off and doing damage, and everybody's spreading out to get rid of the maggots and stuff like that. That was probably the hardest fight in the dungeon. Definitely, this boss killed me a lot more than what any other bosses ever killed me ever. The Spores, that was a okay fight. The more higher keys you went up, really kicked up a notch. When it went up in high keys, it was an annoying fight, but he got it in the end. And then this one, the Unbound, it was a good fight. But as a spellcaster, it was annoying because I had to move continuously. I was not doing any damage. It was a very melee fight. If you were a melee, you would love that fight because you could move while you were fighting. It was a lot more, or a hunter. But all in all, I loved the dungeon. I did like going in the dungeon, but I just couldn't do higher key than what I wanted to. So for that reason, I'm just gonna give it a B tier. Okay, well, yeah, they're the tier list for what I thought. My opinion. I know you guys have probably a different opinion, but these are my opinions of what the dungeons were in this season. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know if you want me to add more onto this list, and I'll add, season 1 even. Next season we'll do next seasons as well. So hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Also, we do stream on Twitch. Links to the bio if you want to come over. Feel free, and I'll see you next one. Peace.